Age is indeed an issue of mind over matter, but when it comes to our senile political leaders, the American people mind, and yeah, it matters.
God bless you all.
Okay, Mitch. Anything else you want to say, or should we just go back to your office? Do you want to say anything else to the press?
And it funds priorities submitted.
Yeah, just say aye.
Okay, just aye.
Thank you.
Oh, I do support fracking, and I support fracking, and I do support fracking.
So those clips are hard to watch because we obviously feel for these people, whether we agree with them or not. Getting old is a bitch, and it takes a toll on some more than others, and that's not a crime. That's just life. But what is unbelievably selfish and wrong is for these political leaders to cling onto their seats and their power, hoping to take both to the grave. Take Senator Dianne Feinstein, for example. She is 90 years old, and whether or not you agree with her politics, she is a trailblazer and a political icon. But she's still 90 years old and quite obviously struggles with daily life tasks, let alone being one of 2 senators for the entire state of California. But still, she clings onto her seat. Her team insists she is just fine, dandy, and able to serve the people of California and the United States. But why has she then given power of attorney to her daughter? Now, that's not an uncommon thing for a 90-year-old to do, but it is rather uncommon for a 90-year-old to simultaneously claim she can serve her constituents but not represent herself in personal legal matters and capacities. This is just unacceptable, and also sad that this is the way she's going to be remembered because her legacy is too impressive to go out like this. And the same goes for Republican leader Mitch McConnell. Now, to be fair, aside from the recent incident where he froze in the middle of remarks, he appears to still have his faculties about him, but for how much longer? And what about John Fetterman? The poor man suffered a stroke and has clearly not been the same since. He's also recently had to take a leave of absence to deal with depression and mental health issues. That's not something to be scoffed at unless you're a United States Senator representing the state of Pennsylvania. His constituents don't deserve this, but I guess they voted for it, so maybe they do. And that brings us to Joe Biden, our current president, God save the Queen. He is clearly out to cognitive breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and his daily schedule, when he's not on vacation, is a joke. I don't like the idea of term limits because I feel like the American people should be smart and savvy enough to vote these people out when it's clear they cannot mentally and physically perform, but maybe not. Our politicians are more addicted to power and influence than duty or love of country, and shame on their family members for not stepping in. Politics might be the only profession that allows for this, but surely the greatest nation on the face of the earth can do better. So folks, I for one am sick and tired of celebrities and public figures apologizing for things they shouldn't apologize for with BS PR hostage statements. And unfortunately, that is exactly what R&B singer Ne-Yo's publicist has done. So to backtrack, in a recent interview with Vlad TV, Ne-Yo took a surprising yet very common sense, very decent stance on gender transition surgeries for minors, saying this: "I feel like parents have almost forgotten what the role of a parent is. If your little boy comes to you and says, 'Daddy, I want to be a girl,' and you just let him rock with that." He went on to make this logic-based assessment.
You could identify as a goldfish if you feel it.
Right.
I don't care. That ain't my business. It becomes my business when you try to make me play the game with you. I'm not finna call you a goldfish, but you want to be a goldfish, you go be a goldfish. It's all
Amen.
If you're wondering what's wrong with that statement, you're not alone, and congratulations, you're a normal human being. But those who subscribe to woke ideology and the rainbow gospel had a real hissy fit over it, calling Ne-Yo anti-trans. Folks, this is how far the leftists have moved the goalposts. If you, as an adult man and parent, say children shouldn't cut off body parts, you are labeled anti-trans and a bigot. These labels and insults should have no effect on normal and decent people, but unfortunately, the leftist cancel culture cult controls a whole lot of even normal and decent people. So what did Ne-Yo's publicist do? Put out an apology statement with the usual verbiage. All the social media apologies read more like hostage statements because that's exactly what they are. And in this case, that's what Ne-Yo's publicist did. But as for Ne-Yo, he is seemingly not backing down from his original remarks.
This is something I feel very strongly on, and I need y'all to hear this from the horse's mouth, not the publicist's computer. So check this out. First and foremost, I do not apologize for having an opinion on this matter. I'm absolutely entitled to feel how I feel the same way you are entitled to feel how you feel. I ain't asked nobody to follow me. I ain't asked nobody to agree with me. I was asked a question and I answered the damn question, okay? I have no beef with the LGBTQIA plus community whatsoever. I ain't got no beef with y'all. Do whatever the hell it is you want to do. Do what you want to do with your kids. However, somebody asked my opinion on this matter, and this is how I feel. I will never be okay with allowing a child to make a decision that detrimental to their life.
Hell yes. But isn't it sick and sad that public figures are basically forced to make a statement of apology for standing up for children and childhood innocence? Really, it's the child exploiters, pedophiles, and pedophile sympathizers that should be making statements of apology, but don't expect that anytime soon. As for Neo's publicist, shame on you. You are a loser. We live in an increasingly godless society, as evidenced by my next loser this week. Porsche thought it would be a cool idea to feature the Porsche 911 driving across the screen against the backdrop of a bridge and a river in Lisbon, Portugal. Neat. Until you look a little closer and realize the company edited out the iconic Cristo Rey, a statue of Jesus Christ, leaving a concrete stump in its place. Porsche told Fox Business in a statement, quote, "In an early version of the film created in Europe, the Cristo Rey statue does not appear. We are truly sorry and can fully understand the hurt this has caused. The film has been removed." So the film reappeared in a new version on Sunday afternoon with the statue of Jesus Christ edited back in. I mean, come on, Porsche. Did you really think people weren't gonna notice you scrubbed an iconic statue out of your ad? You know, while I'm glad the company reversed course, it's really beyond me why they'd make such a stupid and avoidable mistake to begin with. Truly loser behavior. But if you thought that was bad, wait till you hear this next story. Meet Brianna Kingsley. I know you're going to be shocked when I tell you this, but Brianna is a trans woman, and she wants a pair of things back that belong to her. Her testicles. Yes, you heard that right. Brianna is demanding her ex-boyfriend return her surgically removed testicles, which she claims he keeps in the fridge in a jar next to eggs. Chicken eggs, I would assume, but this story is weird, so you never know. Now, Brianna has filed an affidavit and not only wants the balls back, but is seeking $6,500 in damages. But it gets weirder. The ex-boyfriend has no plans to surrender the balls and instead is accusing Brianna of harassing him, and he was granted a personal protection order in December. Sounds like this story is far from over and the balls are still up in the air.